Roblox horror games are insanely popular right now. The debate of whether or not some of these games are scary is another topic entirely, but with the insane lineup of new Roblox horror games and some highly anticipated updates for current games, I think the golden age of Roblox horror games is upon us. Before we get into it though, like and subscribe and help me get to 100k. And without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Well, to start, what do I mean by the golden age of Roblox horror games? Well, I would define this as a time when Roblox horror games are the best it ever is when it comes to quality, quantity, and an actual good community. With Roblox a few years back being dominated by games like Build to Survive Zombies, Stop It Slender, or Area 51, not saying horror games sucked in between when those games were popping off, but this is probably the other notable time for horror games. But obviously a lot of them are kind of dead now, which kind of makes me sad because Stop It Slender was probably one of my favorite games. But it's time to leave nostalgia behind and move to the future. Well, now that I've talked about the old games, what exactly belongs to this new upcoming golden age of Roblox horror games? Well, to kickstart things, I'm going to be talking about Doors Floor 3. If I'm being honest, this is probably one of the least controversial picks from the games I'm going to be talking about, but there have been instances of crazy fans from some of these other games, and to be honest, it kind of makes me sad. But getting to Doors Floor 3 though, Doors has always been exceedingly popular, and always after every update manages to pull a crazy amount of players. Just look at how many views videos on Doors Floor 2 was getting. While there might be a gap in people who care about Floor 3, since some of them have not even been able to get past Floor 1, even for the Archives update, 1.3 million views for something that isn't Floor 3. Even Doors on release, probably one of the more unique games people have seen, which is why people flock to it immediately in the first place. So this is why I think this is going to be the catalyst for the golden age of Roblox horror games, and I'm so excited for when this update comes out. Now, for one of the more controversial group of games, yeah, some of you might have seen this coming, but it's Roblox ASYMS. Starting off with Forsaken, which if you don't know what Forsaken is, you're in luck, because Forsaken is a Roblox ASYM that is based off old Roblox myths and legends, whether that be for the survivors or killers, but you can also check out their wiki if you want to know more about this game. Getting to the point already, Forsaken already announcing the Stalker being the first killer to come out, which if you didn't know is a killer from Stalker Reborn, which was a very popular horror game back then. And with how popular this killer is, Forsaken might be seeing some of the highest player counts since the Slasher and Noli update. And it also seems as if the update is progressing very well, as we already have renders and models for the Stalker. And with Forsaken being the set standard for Roblox horror games, or I guess ASYMS you could also say, but Forsaken will no doubt be thriving soon. And before anybody mentions it, no, I'm not talking about Violence District. While a popular ASYM, yes, this game didn't even try to mask the fact that it's a Dead by Daylight clone, and I will not be including this game at all. Even the Dead by Daylight developers recommended Forsaken instead of Violence District, which I find insanely funny, but it's the realization that nobody wants to play slop games, and I will remain an avid hater of this game. But moving on. Next up, I would like to talk about the Roblox game Grimworks. With Bite by Night setting the standard for visual quality for Roblox ASYMS before it went into maintenance, which I'll be going over later, Grimworks probably is the most promising FNAF ASYM, which it actually has been getting crazy traction recently, and honestly might be a Roblox ASYM I'll consider actually scary. Besides the horror factor of this game, it also looks extremely good graphics wise, which is what I'm seeing from a lot of recent Roblox horror games, which is excellent to say the least. Besides the visual aspect, this game has unique tasks which I think a lot of Roblox ASYMs lack, with Grimworks tasks being different depending on the map, just like Pillar Chase 2, which if you didn't know takes heavy inspiration from, but way before the recode. If you want to support this game though, their Discord and channel will be in the description. But taking a look at some of this gameplay, how could you see that this game has no potential? And this game is set to release mid to late 2026, so I would stay on lookout for it, since I think it's also a part of this golden era. Now to talk about Bite by Night. All I'm gonna say about this game is, if this game actually manages to release again before the end of 2026, I have not a doubt in my mind it will be one of the best Roblox horror games on the site, or Roblox ASYMS on the site, especially since it got recognition from IGN of all places. But I'm done talking about it, and if I'm wrong about this in the future, feel free to comment and tell past me I was low-key stupid. But getting to the next game now, I'm gonna be talking about Wonderland, probably the most recently controversial game on the list. Do I want to include this in the golden age? I'm not really sure. This is probably one of the most hyped up Roblox horror games. Graphics are amazing, trailers were absolutely stunning, and kind of promised a story mode type horror game, which was the same creators as the Mimic, which was pretty successful. Look, while I can't speak much on the game since I have not played a single minute of Wonderland due to all the reviews, I haven't heard good things about this game. Whether it be, oh, it's just collect slop where you have to collect stuff around the map while avoiding scary things just to progress in the game, or stuff like the game doesn't actually get good until the end, which is fair. While interest in some games may drop, drag, it shouldn't take until the last levels of a game to actually be good. Hearing stuff from popular ASYM YouTubers like Corso, and from also looking at the YouTube feed, it looks like this game might just be a flop. But the reason I include this here is because of how well the models and everything for this game has. I feel like there could be a turnaround. With the developers recently saying that the story mode is going to be added before the end of 2026, which who knows if that's going to be true. With how well the models and everything for this game has, it might be able to come back. But will the hype be the same as before it dropped? I guess only time will tell. And right now the clock for the game is kind of ticking, as in the making of the script, it has about 34,000 players. And with how recent the release was, this kind of isn't good and kind of looks bad with my claim. But it shows how if you have a great idea for a Roblox horror game, people will absolutely flock to it, which is why I think so many games here have the chance to actually break past your limits and enter a golden age. In my ASYMS game mentioned while recording this video, I low-key forgot to mention Flee the Facility. This is probably the one ASYM that will stay at the top no matter what. And this game will be scary no matter what. It's so anxiety driven, especially with the music and atmosphere. This game updates, boom, it's alive for like the next month. And even now with no updates since the start of summer and no events going on, 37,000 players, and probably a game I would come back to every now and then. Because I mean, it's also fun with friends. I mean, why wouldn't you play a game that's fun with friends? But while Roblox right now is kind of getting out of control with some of the stuff going on, if you didn't know, like the recent investigations in relation to Slep, I think I'm saying it right, Chris Hansen, and child safety in general on Roblox, and with all these kind of whack updates, this will be the wake-up call for Roblox to actually lock it if they want a platform still. By the end of it though, with how popular Roblox is, I have no doubt that the platform will come back stronger from this. Especially with David Baszucki hopefully finally stepping down soon, and this entire lawsuit seemingly being the catalyst for this finally happening, and getting into other stuff like Roblox music popping off too, just to kind of end this on a good note. Like some of these Roblox music composers are getting millions of views just for some of these great Roblox horror games. Just some examples like Key After Key, Zokar. Honestly, I don't really know much of others, but you know what I mean. And some of these developers are crazy young too, which have probably achieved way more than me in middle school, doing stuff like this. But it's inevitable. Even with insane talent, some Roblox players by the end of the day will prefer slop, and that's just a part of Roblox. These games keep Roblox on the top, which lets people who actually enjoy Roblox horror games to stick around and play a game that requires some brain power. So while I think the Roblox golden age of horror games might not include insane numbers like Steeler Brainrot with like 2 million players, or Prime Girl Garden with like 1.2 million players, for the audience that loves horror games and for what the output and quality that these upcoming games will absolutely have, I think Roblox horror games are definitely entering a golden age, without a doubt in my tiny little brain. But I recommend checking out some of these games and the unreleased ones too that do plan on coming out. Please join all their Discords, link in description, to support and be on the lookout for more announcements. While I don't have much else to say, don't forget to become a member for my YouTube so I can do crazy challenges with you guys in the future. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.